I know that would be preparing to be a dad. So I needed to tell everybody else that didn't know. We didn't understand the percentage of drowning victims that are not wearing the life jacket. That he would have just had his jacket on. He would not have risked his life. And I know that he wouldn't have put us in that position. So, no, I felt it was very important to share what I've now learned, unfortunately, with other folks. So obviously, water, boat safety, just those guidelines are obviously very, very important. But my biggest passion right now is to advocate for life jackets, and not just life jackets, but life jackets every time. Whether you're in the water, whether near the water, whether you're on a boat ramp, whether you're preparing to do something in the water or around the water, put your life jacket on first. It's like people that are driving, you cannot wait until right before you crash to put your seatbelt on. Therefore, you need to have that life jacket on, and before you're even close enough to the water and to having. Access to life jackets are a big thing. A lot of people say, well, if I had a life jacket, I would probably wear it. So I've done some research and realized that we are in desperate need of life jacket loaner stations, which is just absolutely the best idea ever. We basically have plans to locate areas, popular areas, recreational swimming areas, boat docks, marinas, who have hot jacket folks who need to borrow life jackets for the day. Maybe these are people that either forgot theirs or not willing to spend the money on it. But because it's right there in front of them, and because there's a sign that says something terrible happened to a really, really great young man, borrow this life jacket for the day. Wear it, enjoy it for the day, and just return it on your way. We have multiple sizes: infants, youth, child, adults, and statistically, people are more likely to wear a life jacket if there's layer provided for them. And so we don't have anything like that in my area. Well, not until now. That is the goal, is to ultimately have at least 4 stations area in May. May is Safe Boating Week and the Lyric campaign. And we hope to be able to dedicate at least 4 life jacket stations in the month of May.
That's funny.
And with your plan there, I mean, you reached out to me and you said, hey, Greg, here's my new, what I'm going to advocate for now. Because, you said, I'm not going to let DJs, passing, if I can use that to just save one more life, who's going to put a meaning to his life.
You scare yourself on that.
More so than what he has, than what he's already lived. And with that one, you reached out to me and said, hey, we have DJ's business that he worked for is donating the station. What can you guys do to help us out as well? We have to, 36 to 40 life jackets per station. It's X number of dollars for these stations as well. And I have a new, and we came together. First of all, you sent me like a terrible life jacket. I was like, that's the cheapest life jacket that I've ever seen in my entire life. I understand that you kind of save some pennies, but we can get you, for the same price, we can get you definitely a better life jacket, and we can make it, really mean something a lot more. So let me just pop this up on screen and talk to people about how, we are coming together, with the entire movement. Because of attention fitness, that all of you are a part of our celebration that we had yesterday, that, we are now at 1 million subscribers. This thing is worldwide, but it's taken on legs of its own. And so what can we do what is the additional purpose behind Adventure's purpose, and what else can we get behind? Well, one of the things that you see us doing all the time is in our videos. You see, every time we get on a boat, we're wearing that life jacket. And I used to be like DJ. And 2 years ago, Christina, I was exactly like DJ until we started helping families out in the way that we are. And seeing the number of people that pass away with a life jacket on board, or like you said, 90% of the drownings that occur could be prevented if we just wear a life jacket. And I'm scared to death now to even, get in anything, deeper than my waist now unless I have a life jacket on. And, we working together, all is, we can have people around the world adopt and construct their own life jacket stations. Because I know in our area, I think we have 2 or 3, but guess how many other boat ramps that actually need them here in our area? So we have you that's, we have this entire web page here that, we're going to share with everybody, and if I can throw some of the mods, can put a link over to it. But we have, life jacket loaner, help save a life this year. So for $27, you can purchase this life jacket that will go to Christina and the entire organization that they can use for the construction of, they can use it for the replacement of, they can use it for the new stations here out there. And, it's starting with Christina and her 4 stations there locally. But in addition to that, Christina is, on this page here, when you go to it, we have the losing a loved one, and we have the blog that we go for, and it's an incredible tribute to DJ, letting everybody know about, where he was at with your new grandson, the way that's, what they will know of his father. But in addition to that is the, your new campaign, your new movement, your new purpose, what you're advocating for is not one more 2021 campaign, that all of us can be a part of it, and not just with the 4 stations that you have going on there locally. In fact, here's the letter that Christina had written to me, saying, hey, Jared, can you help us out? And that's when I reached back out there, and I said, let me do you one more. Let's put together a life jacket that you can be proud of, in memory of DJ, is on the jacket. And then in addition to that is, yes, Christina, we're here to help you out. And here's a couple ways that you can help out. One is, scroll to the top of this page. How many life jackets can you, donate this year? And I'm going to throw this in there. This comment came across the other day. It says, Jared, we go to church, but nowhere in the Bible does it say that my 10% has to go to the church, but we go for other good causes as well. So please, if you're out there and you're watching this, consider taking a portion of that, doing a good deed to help Christina, to help the Not One More 2021 campaign. Is it just one life jacket? Is it, 100 life jackets? Whatever you can do to help out Christina and help out the Not One More campaign, please do so. Step number 2, contact Christina. Do you want to adopt and construct a life jacket loaner station within your area as well? Christina's going to be there to help spearhead this movement, that you can become a part of that movement with her to put up these loaner stations. And some of that, I see loaner stations that are completely out of life jackets. So this is what I'm going to do within my area as well, Christina. We're going to make sure that there's life jackets available, because with this, we were working together on this one, and there's 5 different sizes. So that way we have, an entire range to help fit, those that are going to the lake, or those that are there at the swim areas. Swim areas are a great place to put these up at. In fact, Julie was talking to me earlier before we started this evening, talking about how her family goes to swim area, so they're not even boating, but they're getting in the water, and each one of her kids is, using the life jackets. And then, step 3, we actually have the, Brock was saying, Jared, I don't want to just, support the cause. Those are amazing life jackets. Can I get one of my own? I'm like, no, Brock, you can't. He's like, come on, Jared. So as a result, down here on step number 3, there's a link to it, or on the homepage of Adventures with Purpose, brand new website that we created it to help this entire group, this entire cause, and we're going to be doing a lot more great things with that one. But yes, you can now purchase yourself one of these life jackets. We should have them in stock for you in 65 to 70 days or so. So purchase it now, so that way you know how many to include in the bulk order. And for me, just let me
also a very intimate thing. And, we're sharing that strictly because we don't want our story to end up being anybody else's. It's not necessary for another. And, the not one more, I know that maybe sounds so cliche, but I mean, we can't accept anything other than that.
We can get along right there, but I don't want to end this conversation yet this evening. So right now, please do me a favor. Click on that link. There's a link in the description. I think somebody said that it may not have been working, but there's a link I just posted. And Tara and the other mods, if you can keep popping that link in there as well. Please do me a favor